In Etienne's house, more cans of pesticide. Thiodan is a potent organochlorine, classed as dangerous by the World Health Organization. It can damage the nervous system and in severe cases cause seizures. Bayer, the makers, list precautions on the pack. Etienne takes no precautions. And canidim, a poisonous organophosphate. The makers say that children and adolescents should not be exposed to this because of the health risks. It's not only the people who do the spraying who are at risk from these chemicals. This man is filling his can and spraying the trees next to a stream in which a mother and her child are washing. Nearby, children are cleaning dishes. The ILO reports highlight the risks of these pesticides, but the cocoa project has ended. The issue is who will step in to protect the children at risk of long-term health effects. The restaurant, set up at home by Etienne's mother so that her son could return to school, is proving a success. And Etienne's father has developed a lucrative sideline in palm wine. He buys the stumps of old palm trees from a farmer and drains the sap. It collects overnight in a can. The juice ferments naturally. The ILO project has helped 650 families in Cameroon to start their own businesses to make up for the money that their children once earned on the farms. Local communities and the government have been persuaded that child labour and child trafficking, buying and selling children for work, or worse, prostitution, really does exist and has to be stopped.
When we started this project in this country, the awareness nationally was non-existent, because even at the level of the state, they refused that there was no child labor in Cameroon. There was no child trafficking. Through this project, we've been able to raise national awareness, to mobilize the state, to turn national opinion, say, 180 degrees. And so we hope, as the project comes to an end, all the people that we've worked with who now understand what we mean by child labor, that they would be able to now harness, come together and take over from where we are living. Investing in a child today is better for the future, and keeping the child out of school is actually delaying the child's future and perpetuating poverty.
There's a saying that when there's a will, there is a way. And I think there are a lot of goodwill people around the world, institutions around the world, and I think we already reached a level where we too have the will to do it, the goodwill to do that. And I believe that the way would come.
The West African Cocoa Project was prompted by reports of child trafficking and child slavery in the cocoa fields. The cocoa industry is committed to putting a stop to the worst forms of child labour. The United Nations Children's Fund and the World Bank have allied themselves with the ILO's child labour programme. Yet despite all that goodwill, the unsavoury practice of exploiting children for the sake of cheap chocolate continues. The 50 children rescued and returned to school in Owe may be safe for the time being. But Etienne still doesn't know if he'll go on to secondary school and a new life, or return to the farms.